What's up, guys? We're back and I got more fucking parts. I'm just accumulating parts and it seems like I'm getting nowhere with my builds. But I went on Craigslist. I got an i7 2600K for 60 bucks. I got the processor. It's in the original box with the stock cooler, and I got 2 sets of RAM. They're 4 gigabyte sets. One's a really nice Patriot Viper Extreme set, and one's a Rip Jaws. They're both running at 2000 megahertz, and these are going to be sold on eBay no matter what. They're worth about 25 bucks per set, so I got 50 bucks just in the RAM right there. This processor still goes for about 100 bucks on eBay, so basically I bought around 140 or 150 bucks worth of stuff for 60 bucks. I'm happy. The one thing that I'm kind of conflicted about is whether or not I want to put this processor in this little ITX motherboard. You know, it's not going to be a beast. I'm thinking about doing a console mod, and putting an i7 2600 in it is kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit pointless. I'm going to have to get a good graphics card, good cooling. I'll definitely have to bump up the RAM to make it worth putting this 2600K in it. If I'm going to do a console mod, it would be nice just to leave the i3 in there, probably still bump it up to 8 gigs, and put like a GT 1030 or maybe a GTX 1050 low profile, you know what I mean? So I did buy the parts, and I don't know if I'm going to use it in this board or not. This Dell right here, it also has an Asus motherboard in it that's an 1155 socket. Right now it's got an i3 2130 in it, and it's a pretty good overclocking motherboard. So I might be using this motherboard in a build, or maybe even just leave it in the Dell, I don't know. But I might be putting the i7 2600K in this. But regardless of what I do with this processor, it was a seriously good deal that I couldn't pass up. So let's go ahead and unbox it. It's got like thermal paste all over it still. It looks like it's got a little bitty scratch in the heat spreader. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Alright, so these are pretty nice RAM sticks, to tell you the truth. It'd be nice if they were matching, but I'm not too concerned about it since I'm going to be selling them anyways. And there's always somebody online that is running 4 gigs and they're trying to find the same, you know, matching set or something very, very similar to bump their system up to 8 gigs. So they'll sell. I'm not worried about it. Can't believe this guy still has the original box. He seemed like a pretty cool guy. Still has the book and everything. Ooh, the sticker. Could put that on something. Doesn't look like it was abused. I'm sure this heatsink is a lot better than that Cooler Master heatsink. Even though this Cooler Master fan looks a lot better than this Intel fan, I'm sure, well, I'm not positive, but I bet you anything that this is just an aluminum block, and this one actually has the copper core. So maybe I'll be able to combine these two, use this block with that fan or something if I were to put it on the ITX. But looks like it's still in pretty good condition. There's no little broken tabs or anything on these cheap Intel push pin deals. So on to the processor. So here we are. The guy couldn't even clean the freaking thermal paste off of it. What I need to do is plug in a motherboard and see if this chip works. Let's see if we can get the 2600K logo. Let's wipe it down a little bit. It's kind of dirty. 2,600. So that's pretty cool. 60 bucks. So I couldn't pass it up. I'm glad he still had those parts. I'll be selling these for sure. And if I did want to put this in the ITX, these little i3s are going for about $25, and these 4 gigabyte sets of DDR3 are about 25 bucks. So between these two sets, this set and the i3, I would have about $100 worth of product to sell on eBay, and then I could take that $100 and I could take 50 of it and buy a 8 gigabyte kit. That would give me 8 gigabytes. I could throw the i7 in there, and then I would have 50 bucks left over to put towards a GPU. So that's a possibility. I just don't know if that's what I should do. I'm kind of making this video to pick your guys' brains, see what kind of suggestions you have for me. And another thing I'm having a little bit of trouble deciding on, the other things that I'm thinking about doing. I ordered a bunch of parts from eBay. I ordered a couple things from Newegg. I have a Phenom 2 955 CPU coming, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I also bought an MATX case and a 450 watt EVGA power supply. So what I'm thinking about doing is returning this case to kind of more of a low powered HTPC setup and transferring this motherboard and the graphics card into the new case that I got that's going to have that EVGA power supply. I'm just kind of like accumulating parts to the point where I'm like thinking about these builds and where the parts should go and what's the best combination of parts and stuff, and I just kind of wanted to, you know, throw it out there and see what you guys think. I still have some parts laying over here. I still have my water cooling parts, that little reservoir and pump and radiator that I want to do something with. I don't know if I should you know, try to use that still in the HTPC, or should I use that stuff in the new MATX? So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm in like freaking the twilight zone right now. I got too many damn parts going on. Let me know what you guys think. Should I return this to the HTPC case, put that setup in the MATX and have it more of a gaming setup that I can have plenty of room to overclock and all that crap? And should I put this i7 in the ITX? Because the ITX was destined for a console mod, and if I put this i7, it's just going to really complicate the situation and add more expense. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to pair an i7 2600K with a GT 1030. I got to finish a fucking build is what I got to do. That's what I got to do. So anyways, I'm walking around. There's parts everywhere. I need your help. Give me some advice, guys.